Hello everyone, Dominic here from Esports News UK. Hope you are well. Some big news today in UK esports. Excel Esports have signed, well, he's known as #Tom. He's not at #United anymore. Tom Lees, one of the UK's best and most consistent FIFA players. I'll come on to that in a bit. I'm going to dive right into the news story I wrote earlier, which was a press release from Excel Esports, which was under embargo. And this was in their press release. It's the biggest FIFA esports transfer signing in history. And that tallies up with some of the reports from Sky Sports and others that back in August, this was during my week off. I missed this. This was during my week off in August, 17th of August. That #United had received 2 offers for Tom, believed to be in the region of £50,000 to £100,000. Other reports are saying it's up to £100,000. I asked a spokesperson at Excel for any intel on that figure. There's nothing they can say, obviously. I haven't done deep research into whether that figure is accurate, but if Sky Sports are reporting it, let's assume it's pretty accurate. And if Tom himself is saying things like, I'm just going to jump ahead here. If Tom himself is saying things like Lionel Messi come outside when Sky Sports News are tweeting about this, then this got some truth to it, right? Okay, it might be a bit of a PR thing, but it's interesting nonetheless. And so he's completed his move. Now, it says this marks the launch of Excel's first competitive FIFA team. I understand they were in FIFA a little bit in the past. I'm not fully clued up on that. I'm more League of Legends, as you know, if you follow me, if you follow Esports News UK. And now, of course, this means they're going to have 4 games they participate in at Excel. FIFA, along with their League of Legends, Valorant and Fortnite operations. Now, Excel, they've also signed a couple of other people as part of this. For those guys, it might be a bit difficult because Tom is going to overshadow it, but one of the other guys is in this picture as well, and that's Zelonius, who's going to be the team manager, and I think he's an ex-pro player. They've also signed a sports and celebrity photographer, David Ellis, who's previously shot the likes of Jack Grealish, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. I went on his website earlier. There are loads of celebs on there, people just from radio, stars from all over the place. So that's interesting. We're going to get some decent footage, decent imagery of Tom and his FIFA journey. Excel's FIFA journey going forwards is pretty exciting. And of course, Excel signed Dele Alli as an ambassador late last year. Of course, a professional footballer for Tottenham. So this is. I think this is a big deal. It's had a lot of coverage. I've just typed Tom Lees into Google, and I was quite happy actually because I typed Tom Lees into Google, and it came up with the Mirror, the Sun, a few others, I think, and then Esports News UK was there as well. So I was pretty happy with that. Here we go. I don't know if you can see this here. Okay, you can see 2. I need to move it along, but yeah, that's the Mirror on the left and Real Sport, and then Esports News UK. So that was pretty cool to see. Let's go through more of this story. I think, to be honest, that's the brunt of the story. He's moved over from #United, and he said, "I'm proud to be joining the Excel team as their first ever pro FIFA signing. The drive within Excel to constantly improve and the commitment to jumping straight into competitive FIFA really excites me. I want to take my competitive performance and content up another gear and continue to build myself and the growing team whilst doing this. And I feel Excel is the perfect place for me to do this. I believe we both share a vision and drive to establish ourselves as a leading team in the scene, and I'm looking forward to making that happen." Wouter, the CEO of Excel, said he's thrilled for Tom and Zelonius and so on to join. "We've been following the competitive FIFA community for a while now and believe it's an area where we can strive, especially within the UK and Europe." So yeah, I mean, I mentioned earlier that I think I put a tweet out saying I think this is a great fit. I think Tom is very consistent. If you look at his stuff here, some of his results, look at the consistency there. I mean, his past tournaments from the start of this year, throughout 2021 and 2020, he's finishing between first and third, fourth. Like, you know, second, third, fourth, second, third, second, first, third, second, first. He's he's got consistency. And that's not easily done in FIFA or any esport. So I'm excited to. I think this is a very good pickup by Excel. It's cost them money, but will that pay off? You know, I think he's a good fit as well. Having interviewed Tom earlier this year, I think back in February, I think it was, he came across very professional, and I do have a video interview with him as well. If you're interested in that, here we go. I interviewed him. I'm representing England because he plays for the E-Lions as well, as they're known, and this was a good thing. He retained his E-Lion status with Tex from Fnatic, and I think they won that. I didn't follow it that closely, but I think they won the E-Lions. The E-Nations Cup. There we go. Last month. Again, I missed that. I think that was during my week off. But yeah, he was a super professional guy. Very nice. Very sort of jokey as well, like light-hearted, but not too much banter. I think he's got the right balance, and I think, having known Kieran, one of the co-founders of Excel, for quite a few years now, I think Tom will get along with Kieran quite well. That's what I'm guessing. I like to think I'm a good judge of character, and I think those two will have a good sort of working relationship. I think Tom will fit in really well with the Excel brand, the culture. You know, maybe he'll do some things with Dele Alli. They've got so much potential for decent content. You know, they could be doing content like who's KSI's lot? Sidemen, you know, going around doing crossbar challenges, you know, FIFA and football challenges, all kinds of fun things they could be doing together. Then that's on Excel now to really make sure that they, I think, get the most out of this opportunity with their content, their marketing, operations. They've got a good setup there now at Excel. They've been hiring a lot. You know, I've put this in my article as well, that they recently, their commercial team doubled in size. Right, so they've got 8 people there. You know, they're getting these sponsors on board. They brought on board Abby Adele as a people and culture manager. You know, they're doing good things. And also something that almost got buried, I actually put it in my headline because I didn't think it was worth burying, was the fact that they've got this EE partnership. You know, EE, huge brand. They've got this partnership just for the FIFA operations. They've got this new jersey just for the FIFA side of things, the EEXL shirt. You know, they're doing big commercial deals and so on, so they've got lots of potential now, Excel, and I'd love to see them deliver, and I'm sure Tom will do well. You know, and it's great that he's at Excel and Tex is at Fnatic. You know, one of the other top UK FIFA players, friends and rivals. You know, that's going to be interesting. So yeah, good story here. Excel had quite a lot of, you know, Twitter announcements and so on, and, you know, hyped it up, and I think it's great we're getting these esports player signings that are very similar to football player signings. You know, obviously there's not as much money, but it's still interesting. And Tom also made a nice statement here. I say nice, I haven't actually read this. This was posted, I think, after I pushed the article live. Yeah, this was posted like 20 minutes after I pushed my article live. So I'll skim through this. He says he leaves knowing he did everything he could to win with hashtag. The people at the club are the reason it's so unique and successful. And he's made a big thank you to everyone. And Spencer, of course, who's I think the founder of Spencer Owen, the founder of hashtag United. So he's given a lot of thanks there. And thanks the fans as well. You are the reason I'm in the position I'm in, and I'll never take that for granted. The community we've managed to build is my favourite part, and for that I owe you all a massive thank you for changing my life. The hashtag journey has ended, but it's time to start a new one. Just don't forget to hashtag it. So I think that's he's a nice guy, Tom. There are different types of people in FIFA esports from what I've seen, like there is in all other esports as well. Some can turn up the banter and turn up the more difficult natured people, or big egos and big personalities. Tom's very grounded from what I've seen and from the interview I've done with him. And when he switches it on, he goes in that professional, he gets in the zone. When you watch him on a FIFA broadcast, he's not ranting and raving, he's focused. He is super focused when he's actually playing the game. So yeah, I really like this pickup by Excel. I think it's a good one. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you follow Excel? What do you think about them going into FIFA? It's not the biggest esport in the world, but it's not the smallest either. And when you think of UK, when people ask me questions about UK esports and what we're strong at and where we're going in the future, there are a few games that come to mind, and FIFA is one of them, because we have good talent here, very good British talent. It's in our culture. Football is in our DNA. Other ones like maybe Call of Duty, some of the sim racing stuff, and games like that where we have some good UK talent as well. I think fighting games, we've got a good base here in London. We've got some good talent from London. But anyway, I'm digressing. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try and do more of these. I say that every time. I'm at least going to try and do one of these a week because I enjoy doing them, and it's nice to put content into video format and share my thoughts. But I hope you're all well. Everyone, have a lovely weekend, and I will catch you next time. Take care.